some support. That's good.
Hello, people. Dear God.
You can just take it out and hold it too.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
All right. How would you like me to tell you the title of the story?
Well, sure, but I would also like to tell you that you're not telling me the story, you're telling them the story.
Okay, hello. Would y'all like to know a little insight before the story about the story, before I tell the story?
Yeah, absolutely.
The story of how I tore my scrotum. AKA the rider. See the shirt? I love my bicycle. No,
Please.
okay. Late on a perfect summer day, the rider prepares for his jump. The rider looks calm, but trembles inside with fear and desperation for acceptance. The others ride as if the sun is out and the birds are singing and sing what is really there. Just another day. Not just another day. Woo! Not to this rider.
How did you spell that in your journal? I don't know. No, you do know. It's right in front of you. How did you spell it?
I jumped.
Don't make me look at your journal. How did you spell it? Or did you just throw that word in there impulsively?
With the woo?
Yeah.
Oh, the woo is not in there. The thing is...
Say no more. That's all I was understanding. Proceed.
Alright, the birds are singing and sing what is really there. Just another day. Not to this rider, though. This is more than just another day. Just another jump. Another chance of wasting the moment. For this rider, every jump is life. Every bell is death. Every stunt is new birth. Every wound is just another mark in history. The rider charges the jump with total confidence and a look of fury in his eyes. Everyone stops and directs their attention to the rider, for they respect his skills, his courage, and his insanity as he attempts what hasn't been done or thought of before by any of their peers. Or any ignorant Joe that just thinks that riding is just some sort of circus act. This was an act of art, painted with blood. The rider makes this leap, completely free, time inexistent, mind is gone, out of this world. He is airborne, the others gaze in awe, witnessing the laws, boundaries, and physics of life being broken. The rider is now free from discrimination, fear, and false quest of anything insignificant in life, like social approval or the so-called thing known as sanity. The rider is at one. The rider is at peace. The rider completely understands himself. It's more than a beautiful sunset, a kiss from a lover. It's more than just another everyday moment of brief bliss. It's a pure, unfiltered, untainted, imaginable explosion of love, also known as adrenaline.
Before you go on,
Okay.
I would encourage you to read with a bit more flair.
Flair. The rider was not doing...
Well, I mean, call it a different word if you want. I'm just saying, it's hard for us to understand when you're excited and when you're just going about your business on the rider because you're going through with one tone and one tone only.
I apologize.
No need to apologize. Mere suggestion, if you want to keep doing it like Shaq.
All right, I don't want to do it like that. Let me flip the page. Okay. Was it doing it like Shaq?
Shaq. No, Shaft would have been all over the place with that shit.
All right. But it gets to the good part. The good part's coming up, man.
Let's get there.
It's a very good part. Okay, it's the rush from within that can only be reached by enduring the only most extreme activities of expanding the mind, putting the body through the unknown. No drugs can compare. Drugs alter and inhibits. This is something you're in total control over. Catching air. As cliche as it sounds, it's the writer's lust. The writer's thoughts, the writer's feelings, this is what makes the writer live. The point of zero gravity. Although what goes up must come down. And every perfect fairy tale must come to an end. The writer was in total control. The writer reached the peak of euphoria that he discovered in his leap to talk to God. But there was one thing the writer didn't think of. The last thing on every writer's mind. What if I don't make it? As the writer began to descend from the air on his way.
Did you ride your bike faster than you tell the story?
Yes, I did. I don't know. I don't have 5 minutes, or I'm just telling the story I wrote.
Let's get some wind behind our back.
Okay. All right. This is true storytelling.
Because I'm just looking over and I'm seeing a lot more paint on that
There's more people.
and I
here.
want you to get to the end and the climax, but we got a time limit.
There's more people here than there are people listening. The landing, he realized that was too high up and not enough out. He wanted to make it the writer. Whoa! Whoa! That's what was going through the writer's mind. Anywho, going to make it. The writer got too arrogant with his quest to live and didn't fully calculate the possible possibilities that he could possibly go down. By that I mean he messed up. He messed up bad. He didn't think about the dirt being loose, the wind blowing just as he launched, or the landing short on a 30-foot jump. All the things the writer didn't think of happened. Although the writer didn't realize or care about these factors before he launched, he suddenly realized and cared very much so. 3 seconds just went by an eternity as the writer tenses up. Face-to-face brutality, he sees it then. It happens. Darkness, fear, embarrassment, a mouthful of dirt, blood, and blood, I don't know what that word is. The notorious head trauma. The rider flips over the handlebars head first, lands on his face, and slides a good 15 feet. The others are in shock. Then the rider immediately jumps up and begins ranting incoherently. He utters with a spit and blood and dirt pouring out his mouth. His face, knees, elbows are gashed with open wounds filled with dirt. The others calm the rider down and make sure nothing is broken. But then one points out a hole in the rider's jeans, the crotch of the rider's jeans. The rider is now calm, beginning to reconnect with reality, but then notices the rip in his jeans as he feels a sharp, steady, throbbing pain coming from his genitals.
We got like a minute, keep plowing through, man.
Alright. Woo, woo, woo.
No, you don't have time for that.
Alright. With deep fear of what he just injured, the rider reaches down his pants knowing something is cut. As he prays pity from God, the rider pulls his hand from his pants. There seems to be an extensive amount of blood on the rider's fingertips.
You had a good pace, man. You're
Excessive amount of blood on his fingertips. The rider takes a deep breath as he reassures the others he's okay. He just needs a better look. The rider walks away from the others. He pulls down his pants. His underwear is covered in blood.
Let me see that page.
The rider breathes, then takes a peek at his love below, and there it is. The rider's left testicle hanging from the ball sack. Some say the writer never wrote again after that, but those who all write know the writer lives. Good. I have one more touchstone. Okay, this is the final thought on that. The others got word from the writer then. He later engaged in sexual activity with stitches in his scrotum and both balls intact. The writer says the vagina salt is the pain he'll never forget.
Alright, good Carol. Thank you. Thank you for coming out. Nice. That was good.
Thank you.
It'd been funny if he was wearing knee pads and a helmet the whole time and no cuffs. Alright, so